Good morning, and how is everybody today? We had a slight disconnection there, I don't know what happened. I don't know about where you are, but it's quite grey and miserable here. So to cheer ourselves up, today we're going to be making some lavender soap. I'm going to call this one Lavender Walks, because I think there's nothing nicer in the summer than walking through a lavender field and getting that constant smell as you go. So, in my pan today, I have got 750 grams of olive oil, 110 grams of shea butter, 100 grams of castor oil, and 40 grams of sunflower wax. Now, normally I work on 50% hard oil and 50% liquid oil. But this is a Bastille soap, so it needs to be more liquid oil than solid, which is why we have such a high volume of olive oil. And then I've added the shea butter and the sunflower wax to help it set up. I've added the castor oil in to help with the bubble, because sometimes with olive oil bubbling can be an issue. So we've got our melted oils in our saucepan. We're going to pour in our lye water. These are, as always, within 20 degrees of each other to make sure that our job is going to be easier rather than harder. There we go. That's that all in there, and give it a nice stir around, make sure it's all combined. One of the problems you have when you use wax in soap is obviously the minute it starts to cool, it starts to solidify. So when you're working with a wax in your soap, you ideally need to work at a slightly higher temperature than you would normally, or to work very quickly. You can probably see it's starting to set up on the side of the pan, so we need to bring that down. Okay, now today I'm working with technically 4 colours, so I'll just put him over there for a minute. I've got titanium dioxide to give me a nice white base. I've then got moonlight purple, you can see that there, moonlight purple. I've got grape purple, and then I've got sky blue. So we've got the 3 colours and our titanium dioxide. So I'm going to pour my soap batter into my colours. So we want the majority in the white. We then want fairly evenly distributed between the midnight rose, the grape, and the smallest one of all, which is why I'm doing it last, because I'm never good at completely evenly measuring these things, is going to be the sky blue. And scrape down all my side mix and everything into that one. Okay. Now, because I'm working with the wax and I know it's going to set up pretty quickly, rather than doing hanger swirl or anything like that, what I'm actually going to do today is I'm going to do an in the pot swirl. So I'm just going to give this a quick whiz. There you can see we've got a nice pale batter now. That's that one. And then I'm going to go into the next lightest colour, which is the moonlight purple. Give him a quick whiz. That's that one. into the next darkest, which is the grape. Give him a mix up. And then into my sky blue. And give him a good old mix up. Now that's a bit too dark for my liking, so I'm going to put a bit of my white in there and give him yeah, I'm happy with that now. So I'm going to put them out of the way. Get my spatula and make sure that everything's incorporated in there. That's that one. And I'm going to give him, I've got in here 30 grams of lavender essential oil. So I'm going to put a little bit in there. And I'm going to stir that up. Like that. And now smell's coming up. I'm then going to put a little bit in here, give him a stir, make sure he's all mixed up, he's all lovely, and then a little bit in this one, obviously all these soaps are going in together to make the one main batch. So it doesn't matter if we're slightly mixing the colours as we go from pot to pot. And then I'm going to put the last of the essential oil into my creamy base one. Give him a bit of a stir up first, get all the thicker bits off the side. Okay, actually you can't really see that, can you? Shall I bring it there? Is that better? There we go. Like that. So we've got all our bits off the side. And then we're going to put in the last of the essential oil. So every jug has got fragrance and its colour. Okay. Now, what I want to do is I want to look at my jug as a clock. Okay. So if we look at it as 12, 6, 3 and 9, I'm going to add my colours in the triangle in between. So 10, 2 and 6. So if we start with our sky blue, and I'm going to pour this all the way down, can you see, at 10 o'clock. And just leave a little bit for top decoration. I'm then going to do the same with my grape. Again, just leaving a little bit for top decoration. And then my moonlight purple. So, as you can see, I've now got 3 blotches of colour in there. If I get a cloth and wipe up my side, because I'm a bit messy today for some reason. There we go. And I bring in my mould. Make sure you can see the mould on there. Like that. I'm going to take my jug and I'm going to start at one end and I'm going to pour from quite high up, and this is what is going to create the swirl in our soap for us. The fact that we added all the colour in before we poured, and I'm going backwards and forwards, can you see? That is what is making our pattern for us in the soap. No need for a hanger swirl or anything like that. It's all been done in the jug for us. Scrape out, make sure we haven't wasted any. Can't stand waste. Those of you that come and see me know I hate waste. Right, so we'll give them a little shake and a bash. And now we're going to put our colours on the top. So I'm going to start with the lightest one. I'm going to get my spatula in and I'm just going to literally drizzle bits. Okay, want it quite messy at this stage. And leave a little tiny bit in there. And then I'm actually going to go for my blue, not my purple. So we put some blue. It's a bit of a sort of grey blue at the moment. But as you know, cold processed soap, it pales as it cures. So we will end up with a slightly less grey, more blue. And now my purple grape, my grape purple. Okay, and then the last of the blue. Smells absolutely gorgeous. Fresh lavender in here. I'm sorry, I think I just bashed you. Hope you haven't got a headache. Right, so that's my blue gone. And then this is my midnight rose. Like that. And then the very last of the grape. Okay, that's all my soap batter, all used up. Get all that out of the way, give it a bash down. And then I'm going to take my trusty coffee stick, you know I like these, and I'm going to start on the angle. I'm not going in deep, just a little tiny bit because we don't want to affect our pattern below. We just want to decorate our top. And I'm coming on the angle like that. And then backwards and forwards and backwards and forwards and backwards and forwards and backwards and forwards and backwards and forwards. Can you see that? Should I do it again? So angle to 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 angle. Okay. Clean off my stick. And then I'm going backwards and forwards, 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 ending up there at the end. Get rid of my stick, final bash. We just want to clean up our mould so that it's nice and easy when we come to unmould later. Now because this has got the sunflower wax in, it will actually unmould slightly easier than the normal soap batter without it, just because obviously the wax sets up so firm. So there you are, there's today's lavender walks. I'm going to pick it up slightly so you can see. Can you see there? That's the pattern that the in the swirl has done. Now obviously when this is set, I'll unmould it and I'll come back and I'll cut it for you and you can see what each slice looks like. So that's me for today. I hope you have a really good day and I'll see you all soon. Bye for now.